black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who got a move rocking on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange on bottle. Single bottle, never stop it. So the feasting on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and
Welcome to the episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's right. I'm who's that the guy that's always at the bar?
The big guy.
That's probably Jeff.
Just the big guy at the bar.
Larry. No. Is it Larry?
I don't know all their names. I don't
know. Mo?
I watched it. I feel like enough that I should know that, but
you could be like if you're well. If I was going to pick
it's Mo's bar. We know that.
Well, we know it's Bart and Homer.
Stranger said Larry. So was that
Larry?
Correct?
Yeah. Larry. That's Jice.
Barney. Chris said Barney. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it is Barney.
You could be the guy that's on the front of the Duff beer cans, that Super Duff guy.
I have that Halloween costume.
Boom! Look at that.
Legitimately, too.
Hold on. Go put that fucker on and come back. Hold on. Time out.
I don't even know where it's at. I should have never said that.
God damn.
That was a missed opportunity. I could have been
You're right, man. It's fucking Monday Night Football. The Bengals are the Barts. The Bengal Barts and the fucking Homer Cowboys.
Yeah, I kind of forgot all about that till you said that. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I do have that costume. Somewhere.
I bet you do. You and Marissa. The Duff Man.
Yeah.
When she said, bring me the D, it meant Duff.
She wanted that Duff beer.
She wanted that Duff beer. Unless you're Sam Hubbard, then she'll take some dick too.
Yeah. If you're Sam Hubbard. Can't play football.
I'll take
it. Good to look at.
Hubbard. I don't give a fuck. He's a good-looking man.
But yeah, who data? Everybody in the chat. It's Monday. We gotta stay up late and watch football, or not. I mean, do yourself a favor and just miss it. I mean, I do
watch
think
the cartoon.
I don't have the Disney Plus, but
dude, is that on Disney Plus, the cartoon one?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. That means I gotta get the password from Sarah.
You gotta figure it out.
We got it. If you can watch shit on TV with it, Sarah's got a fucking code for it.
Mm-hmm.
She loves some TV. So we're taken care of on all that, but man, I gotta record that. Shit, I'm gonna be at my sister's house. I bet she ain't got Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that bitch later.
I guess you take the code if you had the code.
I could take the code, couldn't I? That code will work over there too, huh?
I would think so. Just don't tell Disney Plus / the government or whatever.
Are they watching now?
Probably.
Are they in the chat? Let's see. I see Tyler, Matt, Tina, Chris.
Nothing that says the Disney Plus / government.
Fucking weird ass name, Darth. What the fuck?
That might be. That Darth might be the Disney because Star Wars.
There is a stranger in there, but he's the stranger that we all know.
Yeah.
So he's kind of not you're a stranger, but not a stranger to us.
Unless he's been, just waiting for this moment.
He might have been waiting.
Trouble.
Oh, Ross is in there, and there's some guy named StreamYard. Oh, that's just the top of the chat.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
StreamYard. Yeah, Disney is more powerful than the government, says the guy, Darth, who's like Star Wars. Yeah, you would know. Darth
he belongs to them.
Yeah.
He's part of their trademark.
He's part of the family.
That's right. Family.
Family.
Like Brian Kelly says, family.
How's that going for you with Brian Kelly as your head coach at LSU?
I was never an Brian Kelly fan. Look, I like LSU, but I'm not the fucking homer that Kieran is. Just because you put on that fucking yellow and fucking purple doesn't automatically mean I think you're best fucking thing since gravy. You know what I'm saying? I was bitter about Brian Kelly when he left Cincinnati, but I mean, if you sit down and you think about it objectively, he moved up. He went to Notre Dame. Like, you're Cincinnati, and they're like, hey, you want to head coach Notre Dame? You're like, fuck that. I love Cincinnati. I mean, come on. People in Cincinnati were sore. And then you're at Notre Dame and fucking LSU, the most elite fucking program in the country.
I mean, what can I say right now? What can I say?
Hey, guess what, man? We fell down and hit our head, and we're thinking that you'd be our next great coach after Ed Orgeron. And he's like, family. And he goes down there and he takes the job. Who can blame him? But I don't know. I feel like the Bengals. I'm waiting on some good coaching. Right? Yeah. All my Tiger teams, fuck me. I need to pick a goddamn different mascot.
Well, don't get a nut. Because that's also not going well. Can't beat Michigan.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, Dale, and I know it would upset you, but if I was going to pick a team closer to me that I could go see, I think it would be Michigan.
Oh,
I know. But so like I don't like doing the same thing as everybody else. So everybody else in Cincinnati is a fucking Ohio State homer. That's just the way it is.
But you literally UC is right there, man. I thought you were going to say UC, and I'm like, why would that make me mad?
But no, I want to say that. At least Ohio State can go to the fucking Natty. UC getting to the Natty, come the fuck on, man. I want to root for a team that can win it all. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, UC would have made this playoff there for a while when they had, Fickle and when they had Brian Kelly. I feel like they might have made it looking back on some of those years.
Yeah.
But just not lately. The guy they have now doesn't seem to be.
UC did make the playoffs one year, and then quickly we're fucking escorted out by Georgia. But that being said, like, it's my fucking birthright to root for Michigan because I was born in Kalamazoo. So when I think I always like something to tie me to what I'm rooting for. Cincinnati Bengals, man, come on! I live in fucking Cincinnati.
Derek might have to pull just to show us the shirt he's wearing.
Oh yeah,
make the Bengals great again. But
I love that fucking shirt, Derek. That's one of my
from one of our sponsors.
Yeah. So, but anyway, if I was going to pick a team, I would, to tell you the truth, in my head, I wish it was Ohio State because that fucking stadium's an hour and a half from me. I could go to games there. Michigan's probably 3-4 hour drive at least, right? From Cincinnati.
Probably.
Where's it at? Detroit, Michigan State?
Ann Arbor, that whore.
That fucking bitch. Do they have whores there?
I mean, there's always whores.
Wolverines.
Speaking of whores, we're whores. And we got a super chat for being whores.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tyler. He says, and shout out Tyler, his alma mater, the Ironton Tigers won their third state championship. It's been a while since they won their last one. Coach Trevin Pendleton, who went to Michigan State, but he's from West Portsmouth, where I currently work at. So shout out to him. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Ironton Tigers. Shout out to Sean Terry, who's going to Missouri. The kid's incredible. He's only a 3-star recruit, but it seems like he's underrated from everything I've seen. Kid had a monster game in the state championship, and the Buckeyes and a lot of other teams could regret missing out on him. And I hope he balls out, for Missouri. Love to see that, man. It'd be cool to have a kid, because Ironton, guess what? It's not 2 hours away from me. It's like 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's basically like right next door compared to everything else. So shout out to Ironton. But you got that part for free, Tyler. That's your generosity from the super chat. You got me to talk about the Ironton Tigers and their state championship. Right. Does the defense finally have a good game with a potential losing season on the line? Do we see Joe throw 669 yards, 8 touchdowns, and still lose?
Probably.
I lean toward the latter before I could ever say the defense. I think they'll have a good game ahead of time. I can't see it. Plus, I think if anything, this could be a shootout, right? Just I think they both have shitty defenses. So
I expect
669 yards.
I expect our offense to come out firing because we always do now. Our offense is good, but I also expect the defense to play 2 quarters at best.
Yeah. And Dustin here at the super chat as well. I think
he showed up.
Dave Lapham. He wishes Dave Lapham at least as Mr. Bengal could get Tobin on during the season. I just wish they would ask question ask for him to be and maybe I can't imagine no one in the media said, hey, can we get Duke Tobin? You know, a season like this, I feel like he needs to go up there. We've talked about this before and have to answer questions and talk about this team and roster construction. And when the, trade deadline passes, like, why didn't you bring in any defensive players when you have an abysmal defense?
Yeah.
Like, I think as fans, I mean, that's the least we could get, you know?
Yeah.
He talks, once a year? Maybe twice a year?
Going into the draft.
Around the off season, like, / draft, beginning of the season type stuff.
When they have that, nobody knew who the fuck Duke Tobin was.
Yeah.
That's the only time he shows his face.
Yeah. And honestly, he probably should talk. I mean, when there's big transactions that happen or don't happen in the case of this year, he should become available.
I mean, if we don't have a fucking GM, that's him. You're the not GM, Duke Tobin. Get your not GM ass up there at the podium and answer some questions.
Well, if he's not going to, then Mike Brown, Katie Blackburn, Troy Blackburn.
Yeah.
One of y'all trot your ass up in front of the media and talk to him.
Somebody get up there and take some fucking accountability for what's going on instead of fucking Joe Burrow and Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
And Jamar Chase now.
Yep.
He's a big one at the podium. Fuck Duke Tobin, don't go. We're going to send Jamar Chase.
Oh, I watched that. You're late, Greg.
Yeah, daylight savings time caught me off guard.
Did you fall asleep? Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
That was me all weekend. I'd be sitting there watching movies or something, and then all of a sudden I'd be conked out at like freaking 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I said I got like 10 or 15 more minutes, and I just closed my eyes and I woke up like, yeah.
But me and Chop was talking about when we started. He said I'd be Duffman, which amazingly enough, I do have that costume somewhere in the house, which is crazy that he said that, and I happen to have that costume. He said he would be Barney, the drunk guy at Moe's bar. So which Simpsons character would you guys be if you're going to be a Simpsons character?
I feel like I'm like a Ned Flanders kind of guy.
Ned Flanders.
Yeah.
To be Ned Flanders, though, you have to be left-handed.
Oh, well, see.
That's Ned Flanders' thing, man. He's left-handed, but you kind of fucking do give me Ned Flanders vibes.
And
if I take my shirt off, I don't have a ripped six-pack or nothing either. So.
Yep. What about Greg? You can be Chief Wiggum.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't really grow up watching The Simpsons, so I'll work for it, Chap.
Yeah, fuck it. You're Chief Wiggum.
There you go, then.
The police officer, resident
you're the police officer, Chief Wiggum. Yeah. All right.
I think I would be the grown-up version of Bart is what I would be.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to remember if there's one of those Simpsons that's not like completely yellow and they're just like fucking pale ass white. Then I could be the Derek guy.
Yeah.
See, I really had a tough time with Mike Brown because I put Krusty the Clown just because I was thinking Mike Brown's a clown. But then there was a lot of feedback and it made me think, first we had Sideshow Bob because he's a sociopath.
Yeah.
And he wants to kill Bart, which I'm like, well, Mike Brown, I feel like at times wants to kill the Bengals from ever winning anything. Career. So that would make sense. But then also you just think about like Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
The old bastard that has all that money. And I feel like he's
100% who he is.
He's got to be Mr. Burns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He is Mr. Burns. He's like, yeah. Mr. Burns, 100%.
It's just gotta be. Like, it makes so much more sense. Yeah, there's a T-shirt to be made there too, Chop.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Burns.
Well, I see Matt's already giving me ideas. He's already at the chop shop waiting for that bitch to hit the shelf.
Yeah.
He's got an alert on his phone. If I make a new shirt, his fucking big siren goes off. He buys 4 or 5 of them.
No, that's the grandpa. And maybe that is, is it Homer or the grandpa? I feel like it's the grandpa, right? That comes in and puts his hat up. Then he grabs it and walks right back out. Yep. I think that's Greg when we're being negative about the Bengals.
I swear to God, when you're standing there, I'm like, dude, that is Greg.
I know Tyler said it was him, but that's Greg when we're talking negative about the Bengals. Like, he gets on here and he's like, nope, I'm out.
So the chat, what the fuck is Homer's dad's name? They called him just
Grandpa.
Dad? Grandpa.
They call him
Yeah,
Grandpa.
I'm sure he has a name, but yeah.
Might be like Joe. I know there's a Mo. He's a bartender.
Yep.
All right. We'll eventually talk some Bengals. We got some over-unders to get to, but, we're trying to have more fun. It's whatever. So question here for the podcast listeners,
Right.
Ohio Game Talk says, what's the best Christmas movies ranked for y'all? So we'll just give, our favorite because we've done this in the past. I don't even know if there's a show out there for it or not, but it's something, you never know.
Oh, please. Any show year-round, there's a good chance we talk about the best Christmas movie ever.
Yeah. And Ohio Game Talk's vote is Home Alone, which Greg will like that because Greg says Home Alone 2.
His
says
vote is not Home
Home
Alone.
Alone 2 is, in fact, better than Home Alone 1.
Yep, there you go.
And better than both of them is Die Hard.
Hey,
Now,
Die Hard is better.
Chop. Different strokes for different folks, buddy.
Well,
argue, Greg. Remember, we're going to argue.
I'm not arguing.
Tell me some jackass.
I'm in a loving mood and all that. Y'all can have Die Hard.
I got to tell you, just being honest, there are movies I'd put ahead of Home Alone, and it's just not, it's nothing to do with Home Alone. I just don't like them fucking kid movies.
There you go.
People that do. But like Matt put up there Christmas Vacation, I think Christmas Vacation is elite. If you ask me my honest opinion, what's the number one Christmas movie? It's A Christmas Story.
That's a good one too. I love
fucking 100%. That's why. And you know what? They don't play fucking 24 hours of Home Alone, Die Hard, or A Christmas Vacation on fucking any TV channel. But you know what they do at Christmas?
Care. I don't
at Christmas,
care.
They do 24 hours of A Christmas Story because it's a PSA, so you don't shoot your fucking eye out.
See, Greg, that's how you do it.
I love that movie.
I think it sucks, so you're both wrong.
Well,
what's the one we just
now,
watched?
Is it a classic? Is it a classic? I will say it's a
classic.
classic.
No, it's a classic. Yeah.
Elf for
I'm
me.
trying to think.
I want to go my favorite.
I love Elf. I love
Elf is like
all right, Elf's a good one too. No. So besides Home Alone 1 and 2, I tell you what, it doesn't. My dad's bugged the hell out of me for years to watch it. I've told him for 20 years I ain't watching this shit. In 20 years, it finally paid off. It's a Wonderful Life is another personal.
Oh yeah, dude, that's classic.
Yes.
We look, those old ones like that, they're on a level of their own.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They started the thing. But let me ask you this. Isn't Gremlins also at Christmas time?
Yeah.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
Gremlins, Christmas movie.
So is Batman Returns also.
Yes. If Batman Returns is one of the best ones, except unless it's got that goddamn Val Kilmer. That guy sucks.
Different strokes for different folks.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to find a Christmas
Bend over.
movie
I didn't even read
ranking
what he
list.
said, and I'm putting it up here. Chop, Dale, Greg, way over the sexy limit. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's
Here's
a fact.
a- here-
on the sexy scale, and we tipped it.
Here's a question. How many times did they remake A Christmas Carol, whether it's for the Muppets or there's got to be like 30 or 40 of them out there.
Muppets Christmas Carol is also very good.
I will say Christmas Carol in
whoa.
general, like almost all the versions of that, I think that's a really good story. So I do have the Jim Carrey one. There's so many. Like
the Jim Carrey one that's one of my underrated ones. Jim Carrey Muppets always going to be my favorite. The Jim Carrey one is very good.
Isn't there there
that
one where
let me just tell you, that's what I was about to tell you. We watched that last night.
Oh, the Jim Carrey
fucking
one?
terrifying for an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old to watch that movie.
No, it is. No, I was terrified. I mean, no.
Christmas Carol?
Yes.
The
Jim Carrey cartoon version.
Let me tell you something. Here's what you tell Declan if he gets scared. You lean to him and you say, real nice in your fatherly, supportive voice, quit being a pussy.
No, Derek. That's the same guy that also did. You ever seen The Polar Express with Tom Hanks? No.
I hate that one,
I don't
Greg.
know.
Polar Express is all right.
No, there was a creepy.
I
There was
a fucking weird ass animation they got.
There was a creepy scene where all those
whole
little
thing's
puppets.
creepy.
There
That
was
animation's
I
creepy.
love
It's like
Polar
watching
Express.
the fucking Sims. It's like
No,
watching
there
the
was just
Sims
one
movie.
creepy scene in Polar Express I didn't like.
Is that the blowjob scene?
No, that's the scene where he's like with all those creepy puppets.
Oh, the puppet.
That's the stripper Polar Express that you're thinking of. Stop.
No, Santa Claus. That's another good one.
I like Stripper Pole Express. That's a good idea.
Now, the Santa Claus, because I'm looking at this
That's
list.
a good one.
The Santa Claus 2 is better than the Santa Claus.
Okay, so this bracket on Bracket Fights, I'm on bracketfights.com here. Miracle on 34th Street and Love Actually.
Never saw it.
They're fine.
Love Actually, I don't like. That's not something I want to watch for Christmas. Like, I'll pick Miracle on 34th Street, but I can tell you this: it's not going much farther.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, now here, like this one does it makes it tough right off the bat because we're gonna have an argument.
Uh-oh.
So the first round matchup is Home Alone, and it's the first one versus A Christmas Story. So maybe there won't be an argument because it's the first one.
Home Alone.
Home Alone versus what?
Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story? I gotta go Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
And I'd go Home Alone because I
like Home Alone, but
all right, vote in the comments right now. Home Alone or A Christmas Story? I'm going to assume this is a vote for Home Alone. You got Home Alone. Christmas Story is overrated. Matt Walker says Christmas Story, so you guys still like him, but he's the only one so far. We'll see if anyone else joins your side.
No, Dale, you want to know my top 10 Christmas? I got them right here.
I'm doing this bracket. We'll see what's on it.
Yeah.
Oh, Renee says Christmas Story. Dalton says Christmas Story. Tina says Christmas Story. It's a big comeback.
It's a comeback.
So I don't even know what that vote is right now.
It's Christmas Story.
Fairly close to being even.
It's clearly Christmas
Let me
Story.
count them. 1, 2, 3. Christmas Story wins.
All right, I'm going to go Christmas Story. I feel like it was very close, but late surge there. Another tough matchup, Christmas Vacation and Elf. That's two of my favorites right there.
I'm going to get killed for this.
Marissa just watched Christmas Vacation.
I never cared.
I was watching it. I fell asleep.
I got to tell you, I love both of them, but my kind of comedy goes more towards Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
And Randy Quaid. So I'm gonna go Christmas Vacation.
Well,
Shitter's full.
I'll make Elf the winner because I done said that's my favorite. It beats out Christmas Vacation. It's a personal thing for me, but
I'd rather have it beat them off than beat them out if that's okay. That way I don't feel bad about losing this one if I get beat off.
Now this is two way different movies here. We got the Santa Claus and we got Bad Santa.
Oh,
Bad Santa. Boom. Fucking Bad Santa. How did I forget about Bad Santa in the Christmas movie?
They're both different. They're both good.
No, Bad Santa's good, but
Fucking Bad Santa is elite status.
Derek, what'd you say?
Bad Santa's good, but maybe it's the fact that I have a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old, but I got to go Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
And I would probably go Bad Santa, but it's close enough that I guess we'll go Santa Claus. I'm sorry, Chop. These guys are haters.
Fucking haters. They just don't get my comedy. I like a Santa Claus to tell you to fuck off.
Now we're to the second round of this bracket. On this side, at least, I don't know if it has sides or not. It's just popping up on my phone.
All right,
Miracle on 34th Street and Christmas Story. Both of these bum ass movies continue to advance because they're in a shit against shit.
Christmas.
We already
Christmas
voted on
Story.
Christmas Story.
So we
did. That's what I said. This is another part. It's advanced to the next round.
Christmas Story.
It's what Ohio State's about to do. Advance to the next round.
Elf versus Santa Claus. It's got to be Elf, right?
Elf. I don't know. I have Santa Claus higher than Elf.
Santa Claus is lucky to have made it through that first round.
Right.
Yeah.
Elf moving on.
All right, I'll go. Santa Claus number 3 on my list.
All right, so Elf versus A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
Elf.
I got to go Elf.
Elf.
I love Christmas Story, but Elf.
Christmas Story.
We're
going by seniority. This vote is seniority, though, so I win. Fuck y'all.
All right, so that advanced to however many this is. We're on to White Christmas, which I don't know what the fuck that is. There's a lot of white people in it, so it seems racist.
Derek knows. Tell us about White Christmas, Derek.
and the Polar Express.
Polar
Express wins by default. Even.
Yeah.
White Christmas wins by default because I told you Polar Express is creepy shit, man.
I know. I'll take it over White Christmas though.
Now it has Polar Express versus Claus, so I don't know what happened in this fucked up bracket because I can't see the whole thing.
Krampus,
yeah.
It's just Claus. It's Claus.
Sounds like a horror movie.
It's Polar Express. Moving on.
Yeah.
Now it's just Elf versus Polar Express. I guess it's
Elf.
Well, Elf's the winner. This was a dumbass bracket.
I was gonna say, who the hell did this shit?
Oh yeah, if you look, that whole part is blank down there. It has a bunch of buys. I don't even know what the hell's going on.
What the fuck, man?
That whole thing's fun.
All I know is on that entire list was no Home Alone.
Home Alone was on it. You guys voted.
Home Alone 2 was not on it, though.
You voted for A Christmas Story.
Yeah, that's because it's better.
It was a travesty, honestly. Right. It should have been Home Alone.
I mean, Home Alone basically is about parents that should be getting CPS called on their asses.
No, they should have. Then, first time, second time.
It took Kevin's ass away. He'd been in raised in foster home. Probably fucking moved up to Chicago and was raised by the Gallaghers. That's what the fuck would have happened to Kevin. I mean,
it's fair.
They're in Chicago anyway, or was it New York, or where the fuck?
Well, no, another one that's not on there is Where's the Grinch with Jim Carrey? How come that wasn't on there?
I know,
So,
Greg.
yeah,
Well,
good.
all I did was look something up and pop something up real quick and ran through it. Now,
you guys are really going to kill me for this. There is one Christmas movie that came out a couple years ago that's in my top 10. I don't know if you ever seen it. You ever seen Noel? I thought it was actually pretty good.
It's actually, I tried to get Sarah to watch it last night. It was one of my favorites.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, Derek! I thought I was going to be the only. Oh, all right, man, that's awesome.
No, it's got freaking what's her name?
I love Anna Kendrick. Yeah,
Anna Kendrick. Yeah,
same difference. But no, you're right.
No, I probably did watch that, and it was definitely very mediocre because I don't remember it.
Mike Brown has zero girth or length, which makes me question.
Okay, another one.
Sounds like he's a.
Am I?
Sounds like he's a regular part of the Brew Crew then.
Right.
All right, we do have some over-unders, I do believe.
On
yes, we do.
Oh, I thought it was going to be about Christmas movies.
And we do have big-time quarterback matchup, which Cooper Rush, I believe, is 1-0 against the Bengals. So I'm not going to shit on him because he may be 2-0 after tonight.
He will.
But we got Cooper Rush instead of Dak Prescott tonight, who's on injured reserve. His over-under is at 227.5 passing yards. So over-under, Cooper Rush. I'll kick it off and I'll say over because, well, we know the Bengals defense sucks ass. We'll put up over 400. It's just embarrassing, right? It's just embarrassing. The defense is embarrassing. Honestly, if he doesn't put over 227 yards, they should cut his ass.
Exactly. Yeah. Dale, look, put any number you want up there. I don't care about the 227, and I'm taking the fucking over. I'm taking the over. 327, 427, what the fuck ever. This guy's going to go Jameis Winston on us and fucking put up 500 fucking yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Saying, like,
he's not going to go Jameis Winston because Jameis Winston gets picks, and I don't think we can get a pick against him.
Well, I don't think Jameis Winston got a pick in that game where he went 500 yards, did he?
Yeah, when he had 400, I think he still had a couple pick sixes or something.
Did he?
Yeah. Because in his press conference,
he had like 6 touchdowns.
He's like, I pray to the Lord to take these pick sixes away from me or something crazy.
That dude's on fucking high as shit, man. They got to be testing his piss.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 227.5.
Just random here. I like Daddy's.
I'm going to go over.
Oh, that's
Derek.
right. This one is a good one, though.
Oh, yeah. Violent Night was really good, Matt.
Over.
I agree. I talked about that last year. I like Violent Night. If you guys haven't seen it, got that dude from Stranger Things in it. It's good shit. Good movie.
Yep.
It's like Die Hard, but also Christmas and Santa Claus killing him, motherfucker.
Santa Claus killing motherfuckers.
All right, Joe Burrow, 270.5. Guess what? I'll take the over on this too, just because I don't think their defense is great. But I will say somebody better block fucking Micah Parsons because he can wreck a game plan. Especially you got Cody Ford out there. I don't know what side he predominantly will be on, but if I was them, I'd be putting him on Cody Ford's side as much as I possibly could.
Man, if only there was.
I was about to say he's predominantly on. Sorry, go ahead, Chop.
I was just gonna say if only there was somebody coming up in the draft that was kind of like Micah Parsons.
Yeah, like Abdul Carter or something, you know.
Well,
Also
that Harold Perkins Jr. might.
Oh, geez, Harold Perkins again.
You already fucking knew that's where I was going, Dale.
I didn't, but
I brought up the Michael Parsons. You've told me like they're different weights. You said that Michael Parsons like 215 and fucking Perkins is like 205.
No, Michael Parsons is like 245.
Yeah, see, you're giving me measurements. We talked about it. You're like,
I told you how wrong you were, so that's why I didn't think you'd say it again.
Tell me about how wrong I was about Jaden Daniels.
Respect
being
my
the best
quarterback
in this fucking draft. Did you tell me about that?
All right. Over under 270 and a half.
Over.
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 Well, that was simple. So we're taking both overs on quarterbacks.
It's gonna
Honestly,
be a shootout.
would be surprising if it's not. We'll move on to the running game, which could be a little more interesting. I don't have any fucking stats in front of me. Anybody else want to pull some up? That's fine, but I have none.
Yeah, let me pull them up real quick.
All right, thanks, Derek.
That's your penis. I think we got the over and unders on.
All right, what's your penis saying?
What does your penis say?
Now, Chase Brown's over-unders at 74 and a half. I don't know what he's averaging. I know he's playing better. I don't know how good they are against the run. It shows how much, I've really put in this week on preparing for the show.
Right. It's hard
I
now.
apologize, but I also just, I don't care right now enough to really do all that.
I mean, we care so much. We're gonna watch fucking Bart Simpson play football tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But I will say under just because I think we throw the ball more. But shit, who knows? I don't know how bad their run defense is.
He's Chase Brown. I will give you this stat: is averaging 4.4 a carry right now. That stat I do have at the top of my head. So with that, I'm going to take the over. I think he gets 100 yards tonight.
Yeah, I'll take the over also. I'll take the over. I can see that happening.
Under. I would go with the under. I don't think so. I think that Khalil Mack got his one run at the last game, and he's ready to make a big step. I just don't think Chase Brown's going to go over 70. I don't know, man.
You say Khalil Mack?
Still.
So I'll give us some defensive rankings that'll maybe at least help us here as we continue to pick this stuff. And this is why I say shootout. Cowboys 26th ranked overall defense and giving up yards. Bengals 27th. So both suck.
Wow, we're not last?
We all suck.
No. Passing defense, the Cowboys are 13th. So they're actually decent against the pass. We're 27th. So, but I still think Joe Burrow will put up yards because Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I agree. Joe Burrow's went up against fucking way better defenses in fucking.
Oh shit! I changed my pick. The Cowboys are 31st against the run, giving up almost 150 yards per game. Chase Brown is going over.
Right. Chase Brown going with the over.
Just for that reason alone. Maybe Khalil Herbert will also go over 100.
Maybe they'll both get 100 yards.
Yeah. It's possible with apparently how bad their defense is against the run.
You know what? You're right.
But will we run the ball? That's the question.
I don't know.
And then against the run, we are 22nd. So it's got Rico Dowdle for 68.5. I'm going to also take the over because I know he's their main running back right now.
I'm going to take the under on that one just because I think that they'll be passing the ball too much. I think they might see what the Steelers did, and he gets a bunch of freaking dump-offs. That worries the shit out of me.
That's a good point. Chop, Greg, what do you guys got for Rico?
I think they'll hold. No, it's the passing I'm worried about. I think they'll hold him under 68 yards.
I don't.
I'm just
I
being
think
positive.
he goes over. I think he gets
Yeah, me too.
over.
And then Burrow's 8.5. Don't really care. I'll say under because I think I always say under for this because I don't care.
I'll say over because I can see him scrambling around. Micah Parsons chasing after him, seeing a fucking hole and getting fucking 9 yards.
I'll take the over as well, just for the same exact reason. I feel like he's going to be running around for his life back there.
Yeah. Is Cody Ford starting again
Greg?
over Volson tonight?
Cody Ford is starting over Brown. Brown is out, so Volson is back in.
Yeah. I figured Brown's probably out for the season now, right?
I don't know that they've announced that, but I would imagine.
Yeah.
Greg,
We're waiting on you, Greg.
Oh, I'll go over.
Okay, moving on. Great analysis from Greg. Jamar Chase receiving yards, 80.5. Well, I've got Burrows over, so give me the over. I think Jamar has a big game Monday Night Football. Maybe Simpsons Jamar would be fun to watch, but I don't have Disney Plus. So, over.
Yep. I'm going over too because I mean, come on, man. The Jamar and fucking Burrow shows, despite the record, the Jamar and Burrow shows the best show in the NFL right now.
Yep. I'm cranking it up with Jamar. Over.
Over.
All right, T. Higgins, 70.5. Same thing. Give me the over. As long as he's out there playing football and he feels healthy enough to be out there, I say he gets over as well. We're going to be
over
110%.
Burrow's going to. This is what's going to happen. We're going to score over 30 points, and we'll probably lose the game. But hey,
that has been the script.
We're gonna. They're going back to the college days, and they're going to try to get some style points to see if they can squeak into the playoffs. So it's an over.
Yeah, I'm going over as well. I think, T is just powerhousing dudes right now, and I could see him just breaking a couple tackles and taking a long one.
Yep.
All right. Why is what's his name on here? Not
Randy
on
Cook?
here. No, their best receiver.
Oh, Yoshi.
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, why is
Yoshi
CeeDee
Lamb.
Lamb not on here?
I don't know.
He was questionable when I put those in there. My bad. I think his over-under is like 75.5.
Okay,
Or
well, he's
76.5.
Yeah, he's got 880 yards on the season. I don't know. It's just it doesn't break it down on what I'm on.
Huh.
No, 73.3 per game.
73.3 for CeeDee Lamb. And I took the fucking over on Cooper Rush, so I'm taking the over on CeeDee Lamb. And as long as we got Cooks up here, I'll take the over on him too, because I forgot to fuck with my fantasy football until after yesterday the games were playing. So I had to go on. Half my team was on the goddamn bench or on the bye week.
Yeah.
So I had to go in there and substitute fucking Dallas and Cincinnati players. So Brandon Cooks, I'm playing him tonight.
Yeah,
So
he's been
over.
injured a lot. He is averaging 21.4, so it's at 29.5, the over-under. I will say over just because, well, they got to throw the ball to people, and him and CeeDee Lamb will probably both eat, along with Ferguson, who's not on here, but I'd give his over too. All the overs for them.
Right.
Yep.
What about you, Greg and Derek, for Cooks?
You know what?
Yeah.
This is an easy over for me because, like Cooper Rush, like he's already beaten us, and we have the worst pass. And I don't care if we go over go against a seventh string quarterback. That guy's going to throw for over 300 yards, probably.
Right. We could go against fucking Elder.
Yes.
We're so
I'm
excited
going
about our
over as well.
defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gasecki, 25.5. He doesn't always get the ball a lot when Chase and Higgins are in there, but
True.
it takes one. He could get 1 30-yard reception, so I'll say over. Let's go with my shootout theme.
You know what
Might
the
as
hell?
well just make it a full sweep and go the over.
Let's
I'll-
do it.
I'll
Yeah,
take
like
the
you say,
over.
Burrow will throw for 600. We'll still lose the game. Maybe. Who knows?
669.
I need him to go over for fantasy purposes, so I'm going over as well, and I'm going to say he gets a touchdown today.
Hey, why not? And we'll jump right in. Bengals are favored, right? Favored by 5.5, which is a little bit wild. The
It
over
went
under
down
is
to
at
4.5 now.
4.5 now, but it's 5.5 when we put this graphic up
Yeah.
for Friday's show. The over under 49.5 when we put it up. So, I mean, your lines might be a little different if you're going on there before the game and putting some money on it. But, yeah. So, over 50, give me that. Over 49.5, yeah. I'll take the over. And score prediction-wise, might as well go 38-35 Bengals. Cade York gets his dick sucked. Game-winning field goal by Cade York. Gets his dick sucked by his Dallas Cowboys cheerleader girlfriend after the game.
Which, how in the hell is what I want to know? Does the guy with the mustache he has get a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader?
He's a millionaire. That's how in the fuck he does it,
That's
Derek.
true.
If you get $1 million,
That's true.
well, you already. I was gonna say you already get your dick sucked by a fucking hot chick, but I'm not sure that's going on there.
That just get
I
announced.
don't know the extent.
Matt's saying Corleone's going back to UC another season, so that'll be one less D tackle. But I'm okay with that. I don't think I wanted him on the Bengals.
Yeah.
Why?
He's more of a run stuffer than a pass rusher, and he has some advanced pass rush stuff that don't look bad, but it's not near the upper echelon of the guys that I think the Bengals need.
Let me ask you this though, because here I am, the layman. And I love it when you explain shit to me. It's like DJ Reader was more of a run stopper. He wasn't a fucking pass rusher. So what about filling that role? Do you think Corleone would have done a good job filling DJ Reader role if we could get some fucking development and coached him up?
I mean, maybe my whole thing is like I just feel like Chris Jenkins, McKinley Jackson already have a chance to fill similar roles that still need to work on their pass rush. So it's like I want somebody that's already like, boom, he's established. We know this guy wins at a high rate, in college at a big program. Give me that should be ready to go from day one because we need some pass rush from day one. I don't want to have a guy that I need to work on that for him, especially with this coaching staff, which I mean, hopefully that's not the same defensive coaching staff we have, but that's just my thoughts on it for the Bengals.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe he goes back and earns himself some more money because honestly, I had him as like a third round guy. So he might go back and have a big year.
And I appreciate your tutelage.
Yeah. So I went 38-35 Bengals. What's you guys' score predictions?
I think it's going to be over 50 points. I'm trying to think. I want to go not 28. Let's say 31-27. 31-27. Since fuck it, Cincinnati.
It's good. You started to say Cincinnati and then started laughing.
I know, because that's where in the fuck my headspace is, man.
You're like, am I really about to pick them to win a game?
I know. Well, since I pick them every week, and here in the fuck we are, 4-8.
I was going to say, done so well for us so far.
I know. Matt, 38-31, Cincinnati or Dallas? The Cowboys.
I'll go 43-42 Bengals. I'll be generous.
I think it's going to be high. I think that people should fucking hammer that fucking over for minus 108.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, easily.
Which means
it's going to be 3-6 final score.
No, I'm going to say I've been walking around wearing this "Make Bengals Great Again" shirt at work all day, and I've had several people ask me who's going to win tonight, and I've told everybody a different answer. I've said 34-31 the whole time, Bengals, or 34-31 Cowboys. I wasn't really sure, but I'm changing it because I placed a bet for the Bengals to cover. So I'm going to say 37-31 Bengals.
Man, that's a fucking lot of points. Last night, that game was over 80 points, though, right? Fucking Buffalo and damn.
Which, hey, shout out to Josh Allen dipping his toe in the Joe Burrow waters, man. That is not a fun place to be.
Yeah, when the refs hate you. Greg, score prediction?
I said I'd get creative. 43-42 Bengals.
Ooh, god damn.
Is that a score, Gami?
Yeah, that's me being generous.
It might be. Well, since we all picked the Bengals, the Cowboys are definitely winning. So go put your money on the Cowboys if you have any.
Put your entire bank account on the Cowboys.
Let it ride. Everything ride on the Cowboys.
Let me ask you this, though, really. Like, do you want them to win or lose? Like, not in the game. In the game is different, Chop. But outside the game, thinking of it logically, we ain't going to playoffs. We're not going to win the fucking Super Bowl. This is not our destiny year, but we got a shot at getting a fucking top 10 pick. And if these fuckers went out and missed the playoffs, then we're going to be picking around 20 again.
You know that's what they're going to do, Chop.
I know that's what they're going to do.
You know what I would do right now, but they're not open? Head on down to Midwest Best Barbecue and get me some wings. Proud sponsors of the show. But you know what you could head to right now that is open right now? 50 West Beer. Grab yourself a 6-pack of Coldies. Proud sponsor of the show, or a cheeseburger and fries, which is very good too. And you go there wearing the chop shot, looking like a total badass.
Yeah, if you go in there, if you go to either one of those establishments wearing a Chop Shop T-shirt, they give you double the discount that you normally get if you wear that shirt, which is $0. So you get double $0 discount when you step in there. You say, "Hey, Chop Shop shirt," and they're like, "Let me hook you up with that 0% discount."
And Tyler went 32-29 Bengals. Ohio Game Talks went 27-26 Bengals. And Jungle Jerry went 20-17 Bengals. So he would have taken the under. Low scoring game, which honestly, man, based on what all we've picked, wouldn't be surprised if somehow it ends up some crazy game that we're expecting a shootout. And we get some boring ass game. 2017, 17-14, 17-13, 13-10, something wild.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise us, right?
Ohio Game Talk says, how far do we think Pittsburgh's going to go this year? With my luck, they're probably going to win the goddamn Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they're fine. I still think they're pretenders. I think they limped through the season. I mean, look, hats off to them, man. They're winning all these games. I just don't see it going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I can't see them beating the Chiefs. I can't see them beating the Bills. I can't see them beating the Ravens. And honestly, in the playoffs, I think the Texans would beat them. So yeah. I just think that that's a lot of teams. And honestly, if they matched up against even like the Broncos, who might have a spot, I think the Broncos might beat them. Like the Broncos are playing pretty good defensive football, and Bo Nix has been, had a lot of really good games for them. So I just think they're obviously going to get in, and they've done well, and they're well coached. But yeah, I would have a hard time seeing them making it beyond maybe one win. Maybe. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys something. Is there any possibility that the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Steelers don't make it in?
It doesn't seem like it.
The
Broncos are the one, right, that will probably have – but they got to start losing some games if there's any chance, especially the Bengals get it. But it ain't even about the Bengals now. It's like the Dolphins, right? The Dolphins are a game under 500.
Right.
So the Dolphins and somebody else, I think, are going to be the ones putting a little pressure on them.
Is it the Colts?
Yeah, the Colts, I think, is the other one.
I got a 30 racket Keystone bet that the Bengals will finish with a better record than the Colts. And I think I'm going to have to go ahead and pay that guy out.
Well, you need a win tonight, though. And
I wish I'd had yours.
Not over.
Because mine is the record for Schittsburg.
I've already paid that one out.
I already paid part of it.
I paid all of it. I had to pay two guys. One guy I bet him. I told him if the Steelers were to win more than the Bengals, I would get him 2 cases of Monster because he's one of those Kyles that drinks all the green Monster in the world.
Dude, that dude's not going to sleep for days if he wins all that.
Man, that shit ain't cheap, man. That's more than beer.
No.
I was just saying, I drank a Monster one time at 7 p.m. I couldn't sleep all night. I had to work the next day. Man,
I can drink Monster like it's water. It doesn't have an effect.
I said case, but I meant like you buy them at Kroger places. You get the 4-packs.
Oh, the 4-pack. I got you.
Yeah.
You bought him 2 4-packs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look, Ohio.
That's the weirdest bet I've ever heard of.
If they win tonight, he's going to stop watching football.
No, I honestly, going back to your original question.
I'll be right back.
I think that my brain wants them to lose out because, like you said, I want that high pick. But when the clock strikes 8:20 or whatever the time the game is, I'm gonna be staying up all night because I'm a psycho.
Yeah,
watching this whole game and cheering for the Bengals victory, man. I mean,
it's game time. When that whistle blows, I'm fucking Cincinnati. When we score a touchdown, I'll be like, hell yeah, standing up cheering and stuff. And if we win after that, I'll be like this. I'll be like, God damn it.
The only time that I really rooted against was that Miami game, and we almost that would have lost us Joe Burrow. Then that Miami game,
I was hyped up. I was hyped because they scored 3 touchdowns.
Right, I know. There was 5 minutes left. We scored a touchdown. Then we covered the onside kick. And then we scored another touchdown. It was a Hail Mary throw. Remember, the game was over. Then there was pass interference on the Bengals, and he throws a Hail Mary to Tyler Eifert with 5 guys around him, and he catches it, and then and Dalton runs for a 2-point conversion. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah.
I was cheering for a victory. I didn't give a shit. That was a fun game.
I did not root against them.
It was a fun game, but I wanted Joe.
I mean, and I'm going to be honest, the reason I didn't root against them that game is because I wasn't super into college football, and I usually didn't dig into I would usually, in the offseason, start digging in a draft. I would go to mock drafts.
Right.
And I would see who's got people mocked to us, and then I would go look up that player and see what they like, and that's how I would do it. So I didn't know about Joe Burrow, and when I started looking at the players, I thought I was even thinking I was okay with Justin Herbert. I didn't know a whole lot about what was coming out of college, so I didn't root against them because it seemed to me at that time that there were quarterbacks in that draft that I would have took also. Hindsight 2020, glad they fucking lost and we got Joe Burrow.
I was about to say the Jehovah. I was trying to do Jehovah into Joe Burrow.
That was
terrible.
Jehovah Witness.
Whatever the hell that was.
Dale, be honest, that Miami game, were you rooting for the Bengals to lose that game?
No, I mean, it was kind of one of those things where, I don't know, you're almost numb at that point, right? It's like, oh, I'm kind of wanting to win, but it's like, yeah, I don't want to screw up Joe Burrow.
Right.
It's official that Greg is the only one on the show that has actually rooted against the Bengals.
I was rooting for Joe Burrow.
Wow.
No, you're rooting against the Bengals, Greg.
I mean, technically,
it's a team sport. Team sport. Joe Burrow's one man. Team sport. You're rooting against.
No, that's like tonight, and I don't think this is a draft where we're going to be picking to where we're going to get some like otherworldly player, like when you're trying to get a franchise quarterback, even and we're not trying to do that. So to me, I'm rooting for the win. We're not mathematically eliminated. I'm rooting.
Right.
I'm rooting for the win. I hope we win out. I hope we're 9-8. I hope we squeak in the playoffs and Joe Burrow wins MVP. That's still the hope for right now. But if we lose this game, I hope we lose out.
Yeah. Because if World War III happens and all the teams are taken out besides Cincinnati, there's a good chance that we might go to the playoffs.
Right. No, I hope we win the hell out too. Believe me.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to be rooting for the Bengals tonight. Yeah. I think we can win. I don't think the Cowboys are very good either.
It's their backup quarterback, man. Come on. And I know we've been here before with the same fucking guy and he beat us, but Jesus Christ, this is one of the fucking games, even at 4-8, that we should fucking win.
Yeah.
Will it happen? Probably not.
Joe Burrow versus Cooper Rush on paper, regardless. You would think we could win that game, but it's happened before.
Joe loves prime time too. He was just I just saw an interview where he was talking about how much he loves playing on prime time, put his skills out there for everybody to see. So he's going to put on a show. Chase, he's going to score a lot of points. The problem is, can our defense keep Dallas from scoring a lot of points too?
Well, they'll definitely score a lot of points. Can they keep them from not scoring too many points, more than us, and can they keep them get the stops in crucial moments, because that's been a huge problem too.
Yeah.
Like late in the games, man, when you just need one, they can never get it this season.
Right. I feel like they should just buy the fucking punter a case of beer, because that's all he's going to do is sit on the fucking sideline and drink.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right. No, not our punter.
No. Well, both punters. Both punters can drink together, potentially.
Well, that didn't work out. When the last time we had no punting in a game, we lost. That was against that elitist quarterback that came out of the draft, Jaden Daniels.
Damn. Samuel Snyder off the top rope says Duke Tobin is Smithers. Isn't that Mr. Burns' little assistant?
Yep. One of the residents at work, I told him he's a combination of Mr. Burns and Smithers put together. He sounds like Smithers when he talks. He was at the tailgate last year, one of them, but he sounds like Mr. Burns when he talks, and he looks like Mr. Burns and sounds like Smithers.
There you go.
Yeah. He's their love child.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a degenerate gambler like Derek. You might have met him on some of your Gambling Anonymous meetings, except you wouldn't know him because it's anonymous.
Well, and they probably don't actually go, either of them, because they still want to keep gambling.
I mean, you guys might be friends in the future.
I think we lost Derek, by the way.
I think we did too.
I think we did too.
Yeah, you guys got anything else? Anything you're excited? Any matchups you're excited for?
No, that's a good question. I'm trying to think. Zach Martin, I know he's hurt, so the Bengals, that gives the Bengals, I mean, obviously, hey, I hope he's healthy and all. I hope he gets better, obviously. He will be a free agent. Bengals, just saying. Zach Martin, he's
one of their guards.
He's like one of the best. He's been like one of the best guards. Dale, wouldn't you agree? He's probably been one of the best guards last 10 years.
The guy that went to Elder?
No. He went to Notre Dame, You're thinking of Kelly, the center that came out of.
That's right, the center. Oh, I knew it was a center,
Colts.
but you said guard. I thought maybe he moved over.
Yeah, no. But no, Zach Martindale, yeah, you can agree. He's been like probably top 5 guard the last 10 years.
Yeah, I don't know how he's done the last couple. I'd have to look. I feel like he's kind of tailed off a little, but yeah, there for a while, he was one of the best by far.
Yeah, him and Quentin Nelson. I mean, for a while, Notre Dame just had that. Well, Notre Dame still has a good track record of offensive linemen in the NFL, obviously. So, yeah, no, so many injuries on both sides. It's hard for me to think, man.
I don't know if Diggs is playing, but I want to see how Diggs does against like a Chase or Higgins if he is playing. Trevin Diggs, their corner, because I feel like he's got a lot of interceptions and things, but I've never really thought he's some lockdown amazing corner. But it's a chance to prove it if he's playing.
If CeeDee Lamb is playing, I'd like to see CTB step up again, have another good game. I want to see let's see if he can do it again.
Yep, I think what I want to see is the season's over, man. So to me, mathematically, if every other fucking team in the AFC loses and the Bengals win out, we can limp into the playoffs where hopefully won't be out in the first round. But I just want to see these young guys, man.
Right.
What the fuck do we have going into next
Miles
year?
Murphy.
Yeah,
I want to see a lot of Miles Murphy because you spent first-round capital on him, and you still need to see if you got anything with Miles Murphy, or how high exactly. Because I think you need to take another edge rusher regardless pretty high.
Yes.
But, if you felt more comfortable about Murphy and Trey's going to be here, you'd feel a little better if you passed on that for a D-tackle first.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
You think Trey's going to be here?
I don't know. I hope so.
I got my doubts. I think in the offseason, I feel like Trey holds out, wants a new contract. I feel like the Bengals don't offer him what he's worth, and I think that that they trade him.
I don't even know if they'll trade him or if he just sets. If it goes into next season with him setting, it wouldn't surprise me if we end up with a situation like that.
So Dale, coworker today, who I respect a whole lot. Him and I went back and forth on this one. He wants to take the Boise State running back Genty, and he's like, "Why not? Let's just load up an offense." I'm like, "Our offense is fine. Our offense is fine. It has to be, unless it's offensive line, it has to be defense.
Well, also, we are a fucking passing offense. We're not a running
right. Mark, if you're watching this, I love you, bud, but
I'm a big Genty fan. I think he's going to be very good in the NFL.
Great, but many other.
Well, it's also a deep running back class with a lot of really, really, really good running backs that could help a team. Number one, but number two, I like what I've seen from Chase Brown. There's just so many reasons that I would not, especially if we are picking top 15. If we're in the top 15, there's no way. Now, if we end up picking I don't know, what's the worst you can pick? 21st or something? It's 18th, 19th?
Probably like 18th or something 18th. Like that.
So if you're picking 18th, for whatever reason, you go 8, 9, 9, and 8, don't get in, you're picking 18th. Maybe he's under consideration depending who else is on the board. I wouldn't want to completely rule it out at that point if he's far and away, because I got him as a top 5 prospect for the draft. So there is a thing of sometimes you just take best player, but I think where the Bengals are picking, that best player could end up being a corner, or it could end up being the safety out of Georgia, or it could end up being a defensive end or a defensive tackle. I just think there's going to be other positions.
Well, now Dale, I know Sanders, he's probably going to be in the top 5. How many quarterbacks do you expect to go in the top 10?
Man, it's a weird year for quarterbacks, and I don't envy any teams that have to make those decisions, but I do think that Sanders and Ward go in the top 10, and if Milroe declares from Alabama, it wouldn't shock me if he goes. I don't know if he'll go top 10, but it wouldn't surprise me if he goes in the first round just because of his upside.
So, so we're picking.
And Drew Aller from Penn State, too, because people are starting to say, well, Josh Allen, I get it. He has accuracy issues, and he's a big son of a bitch.
The more quarterbacks, the merrier. You want that hype to build up. And, even though he's having a good year, you look at Bo Nix, you had him as a 3rd or 4th round pick, and they're going to get reached. These guys are going to get reached. So, hey, the more the merrier. Give me 7 or 8 quarterbacks picking before us.
That's not going to happen. I think we'll get 2, max is 3, and that's for really probably the whole first round.
Right.
The thing you got to think about now is, I'm just trying to rack it off the top of my head. What team needs a quarterback?
Well, the Raiders, the Giants, and they're two teams that are picking in the top 5
Browns.
right now.
Do the Jaguars need a quarterback, or do you think they'll stick with
They'll
Lawrence?
stick with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, they just paid
They'll
him.
stick with.
Yeah.
The Browns, I don't know if the Browns will take one though, because I think they'll still have Watson, and we'll see. They might even keep Jameis and roll with him next season.
You got to remember
see what happens in the offseason.
Dion is going to be picky where his son. He's not. I guarantee he's not wanting his son to go to the Browns.
His son's going to go wherever the fuck his son's going to go, man. That shit only happened like one time in the NFL. It's not going to happen again. Caleb Williams' dad said the
Raiders
same
and
shit.
I think the Raiders and Giants. I think that he'll be okay with.
Yeah,
everyone.
Raiders and Giants. He'll be okay with. I'm just saying.
Would he be okay with Cleveland?
No.
I'm just saying, like, it seems to me like standing here in Cincinnati fan that like Cleveland is like enamored by the NFL. Like anything they're a shit fucking team. They've been a shit team forever. They haven't won the modern NFL. They haven't won even a division championship. They're a shit team. But every year you watch NFL Network or ESPN, they're like, oh, look at the Cleveland Browns. They're so good. They got a rapist. They're probably going to win the fucking Super Bowl this year. They're loaded up. They're so great. Oh, in Cincinnati, side note, Cincinnati, back to Cleveland. I'm just saying.
Happy birthday to Naughty.
Yeah, I put that up there. Happy birthday to Naughty. 2 slurps.
Do hope you get your birthday victory tonight. I mean,
slurped.
Why not?
Hope you get slurped.
Yeah, and slurped.
Hope you get your Naughty slurped.
Naughty 2 slurps.
Yeah, get that slurp. Get that Naughty slurp twice.
Are you a Gasecki slurper, Naughty?
Once, but twice.
But yeah, I don't have much else. I'll be excited, I guess, to watch the game, to watch this offense, try to enjoy, you know, watching Joe Burrow as the Bengals quarterback, because he's having a great season. Jamar's having a great season. Enjoy T while he's here, because it probably won't be much longer. So just go out and try to enjoy this offense. Hope the line can hold it together, and hope we see some signs of life from the defense, especially the younger guys. I mean, that's all I'm hoping to see tonight, really. It's really that simple.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we get a win, because why not?
My Bengal fandom still last night. I walked out the Waffle House,
and
a guy was walking in with his fucking Cincinnati Bengals sweatshirt, and I said, "Who Day?"
There you go.
Fucking Who Day.
Where did you get?
And then we chuckled at each other because we both got it after I said it. I said, "Who Day?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah."
Where'd you get at Waffle House, bud?
I got the that all-American breakfast, man.
Oh,
eggs,
there you go.
Hash browns, toast, bacon, waffle.
Waffle House is great.
No, it's
delicious.
It is. No, him and Santori got me to go to Waffle House. I love that.
Now, what happens after
every
the
once
Waffle
in a while
House
you get a
is not
really
great.
fucking good show at the Waffle House too, with your dinner, free with your meal. People throwing chairs and shit like that.
Depends on the Waffle House. No, that one in the Eastgate area, man. That one's like,
that's nice. That's a nice Waffle House.
It's like going to the
one
museum,
in Covington.
man. It's chill as can be in there.
Go to the one in Covington, right across the bridge, sometime after a game, like a late game next year. If we have a late game, go to that one after the game.
I've been to one at like 2 a.m. in South Carolina when we were coming back from Florida from vacation, and stayed all night in South Carolina and went and grabbed some food at 2 a.m. from one. So I've been to some fun ones.
Yeah. You go about time that the bars let out, man. Waffle House, you get a free show with your dinner.
Mm-hmm. All right, fellas. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back Friday. Discuss whatever happens in this game. Talk about whatever. You never know what we'll talk about come Friday. If we get beat down with another loss, probably be hardly no Bengals.
Right.
Even if we win. You know, if we win, there'll be some excitement about it.
We probably will.
Friday, we're gonna have to.
This is what's going to happen, Dale. We're going to win out and not make the playoffs.
Yes, we are.
And pick at 18.
Friday, we're going to have to talk about this game and do some over-under.
That's right. Yeah, we'll have a jam-packed show, or we'll talk about hardly neither, and we'll just dick around.
Yeah, you never know. We might start talking about Christmas movies again. Yeah, we might have a whole thing of brackets pulled up so we can put it on the screen so Chop stops forgetting what was up and what wasn't. Exactly. It's very difficult with Chop not having the visual. My fucking brain is like Swiss cheese, man. I fucking screwed it over back in my 20s. All right, man. Well, I appreciate y'all. I hope you all have a great week.